5. So he goes, "What in the hell did you do to me?" And then he falls over, poof, falls over like a lump of coal. Nice.
While he's
That worked
yelling,
out perfect for you.
while he's yelling, Edith's gonna try to just break the chain that she's in as long of a piece
Wow,
as
nice
possible.
job. Nice job.
I have a Dakin song in my head.
So yeah, now old Jim Jar, he's fallen unconscious.
All right, I'm gonna
Azrael,
take
thank you
my
very much for the follow,
rope,
Azrael.
my 5 feet of rope,
Thanks everybody for
and
the
I'm
follows.
gonna get it and just kind of like fashion a gag out of it. Because
Nice.
I'm not gonna undo his chains, but I'm gonna leave him. He's gonna be chained up so he can't get out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make a gag out of that rope so that
Yeah.
he can't scream out once he does wake up. Maybe that'll give us even more of a head start.
Okay. Yeah.
If we make it out of here.
Yeah. So do you take the little picks from them too? Those little lock
Yeah,
picks?
yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
take the lock picks, and then after that, then I'm gonna go around and start unchaining everybody else. If I have time, we'll take Shushar, but if not, then
Well, if these chains
Poor
are
guy.
easily breakable, then Edith goes right ahead and just helps break the rest of them off.
All right. Give me a strength check, and I'll even if you have athletics, you can go ahead and add that in too. So brother, who are you? Who are you now helping get
I'm actually
unlocked?
at the gate. I'm actually at the gate door, trying to peer through the gate just a little bit, looking to make sure no drow coming this way.
No, it looks like
Because-
no. The Drow, or you can see that there's 6 Drow out there now, and they're kind of passing their weapons off to the other Drow and whatnot. And some of the other Drow are walking away. And in fact, all of the Drow kind of walk away because the Drow that are just handed the weapons, they're actually looks like they're starting to patrol away from where your slave pen is. So there's really no guards on duty at the guard post right across from where you guys are located.
I
When
turn
you
around.
take,
I turn around and look at everybody and hurry up! If you're going, get in line. We're gonna make a dash for the arms room quietly. That includes you, Orc.
Ah!
We're gonna
Step
try to
lightly.
get there quietly, get weapons, and this is where I kind of start relaying as Al's still unlocking everybody. What the plan is to jump down. We're gonna go in the armory, gather as much gear as possible. Do not try to overload yourself. We need to be able to move quick. So get a offensive weapon,
Avec
whether it
007,
be a
thank
bow
you.
or sword or
Thanks for
whatever
the follow.
you use in armor, and so we can move. We're gonna jump off the railing onto the web below. And then we're going to jump from the web into a pool of water. So please, if you can't swim, don't put on armor. And then we're going to make our way from there.
Yeah. So as you guys are starting to unshackle one another, take the neck restraints off, all of a sudden you start to hear a very horrible buzzing, echoing sound that's throughout the entire cavern. And you can start to hear a lot of shrieking going on. And after about 10 to 15 seconds, you guys are kind of looking at each other like, what in the hell is going on? And then all of a sudden you hear alarm horns that are starting to sound off. And, whoever looks at, one of the prisoners, the orc looks out at the door and he says, "There are demons out there attacking. They're attacking the Drow. Now is our time." And basically, there are chasm demons out there, and he says, there's a couple of rocks. They're all into the caverns. Seems like they're swooping, these rocks, and demons are buzzing, flying around. It looks like they're actually assaulting the Drow. Looks like, and the orc explains that they've caught the Drow off guard. And to go back to you there, Brother Echo, Jorlin said he was going to create a distraction. So, now as the fighting's starting to happen, the Drow are rushing to defend the outposts from this attack. the demons are buzzing past where you're at, and you can feel the wind kind of whisk into your slave pen that you guys are in, and basically all of the Drow have left the area, and it looks like they're all going to engage the demons that are attacking now. And there's actually an aerial battle after a minute where the Drow are now on their flying mounts, and an aerial battle has pursued. So not only are the rocks and the chasm demons engaged with the Drow on the ground and fighting, there's also an aerial combat that is going on as well.
So at that
what
time,
do you guys do?
I check the gate, as in to see if it actually swivels just a little bit to make sure we ain't got to.
It pushes right open. Yeah, it pushes right open.
We are taking the lockpicks tool, right?
Yes, I grabbed him.
Yeah, you took him from Jim Jar. Yeah, I heard someone say they took it.
Are we all loose right now?
Yeah, by now y'all should be loose.
Yeah, everybody's loose. It doesn't take that long, So, all of the others in the slave pens are like, "Are you taking us with you? Are you taking all of us? We'll go our separate ways. Just leave us the key. Just leave us the key, or leave us something that we can escape."
I would want to let them all loose. I mean, they don't have to come with us. We can tell them they're not coming with us, but if they go their own way, that's more people to be looked for than just us.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna toss him the key.
If we don't make it out of here, though, we are going to have a very awkward conversation with Jim Jar when he wakes up.
Yeah.
So, are you guys taking Jim Jar with you, or?
No,
are
we'll
you
leave
just
him
leaving there? Okay, so it's just going to be you five escaping. Okay,
No, I unlocked all the others.
Yeah, as you guys are thinking about getting out of there, now everybody else is starting to unlock one another. And the orc, man, the orc, he takes off. He's already, as soon as you open that door, he's gone, man. As soon as you get him unlocked, he's already gone. He goes, "I'm out of here." He says, "So long, suckers," and you can, you see him. He runs right out of the door. All right, so what else is everyone doing?
I was going to make my way out the door and look left towards the arms room.
Yeah.
And start trying to sneak up that way to make sure no Drow is sitting inside the arms room ready to hand out weapons.
It's pretty much catty corner, just from where you're at. Looking at the, to reshare this. It's on the very bottom. You guys will see the side view of Velkenvelv. Now, you guys are, like I said, at location 11. You guys are basically just catty corner from the guard room.
I have my I grabbed my bolt as well before I left, so I do have something that I can try to poke somebody with if I need to.
And so, Dave, who all is with us then? If we left Jim Jar and the orc took off, because we unlocked everybody except for the. I was going to unlock as many as we could before we had to go. So.
Well, yeah, you did, and then I heard you say that you threw the key down, and that's when the other prisoners started, unlocking one another to get out.
And if I was successful in breaking the chains, I would have helped break those for the others too.
You smashed on it a couple times with a rock that was in the corner of the room, and your strength check just didn't allow you to break it. Now, as you guys are you're all freed now. All five of you are freed. You're kind of standing outside of out of the slave pen, and it feels good to be not shackled and not bound. This is the first time in 10 days where you haven't had something around your ankles or around your wrists or above your neck. So some of the general features of the area that you guys are in, that is going along with the aerial combat with the Drow. And also the chasm demons and the Vroks that are on the ground fighting the other guards. Like I said, the lighting is where you're dimly illuminated, because there are lanterns containing this phosphorus type of phosphorescent fungus, and the rest of the exterior is dark, especially like down the other tunnels and stuff. Now, you can also hear that there is a waterfall that's pouring into the cavern, which you guys know that the waterfall is between the two different slave pens. So this waterfall, it pours nonstop, and it makes a lot of noise. Now, as for the stairs, they're just normal stairs. They're carved out of the earth. They're carved out of the stone. Definitely work of probably Duergar, either slaves or by purchased masonry. Now the bridges are made out of a spider silk rope, and they basically connect the walkways between the guard tower and the entrance to the priest tower, which is the largest of the stalagmites, that are hanging down. So that's where the priestess would usually be. Now under this bridge there is a web of a very thick web of spider silk, spider webs, and if you guys were told by Jorlin to jump down there, and that'd probably be a good way to escape, possibly. The path is ultimately up to you. Now, the guard tower, like I had mentioned, is just basically right across from you. And that would be, I hate to say, location number 10 on the map, but I don't have the non-player, I don't have the player version of the map. So, but anyways, it would be location 10 right across the way, and it is basically a guard tower. The door is basically open, and because you had the orc actually fled down the stairs, and he went off into a side cavern. So what do you guys do?
Are the guards still in there, or did they go out to...
No, the guards are...
help the battle?
Yeah, you can actually see that the majority of all of the Drow are now fighting on the ground against these demons or the Vrock, or they're on their flying mounts engaged in aerial combat in the cavern itself.
I want to get up to that guard tower and look for some equipment.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go to the guard tower and try to find my gear.
And I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the prisoners that are getting themselves unlocked. I'm gonna say, if y'all want to get out of here, now's the time. You better follow us. And then I'm gonna head towards the guard tower also.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the 4 hanging guard towers. And you go across the silken web-spun silk bridge, and you are inside. And as you you appear inside, there is a guard post. There's really nothing else except for when you come in, you notice that there are a couple Drow. Now there are 2 Drow in this room. It looks like they're gathering their gear from their chests. It looks like they're looking to they're looking to fight, and you actually take them by surprise as you enter the guard room. So if you want to engage them, you'll have to engage them with hand-to-hand combat. So if you want to do that, you can. And you'll have a round. I'll give you a round of surprise. Now inside the room, there's a lot of other weaponry and stuff on racks and whatnot. And then there's another small ladder that's leading up to another room. It appears to be, but this room is definitely brightly lit also.
I want to kind of let Brother Echo know, real quick, to say if just kind of gesture we can try to sneak up, and I show them that I've got the bolt. If we can kind of sneak up behind them, because obviously there's a lot of noise going on, they're kind of distracted. We have the surprise. I can try to get stick this in the neck of one of them, and if he wants to take the other one. And then
And-
the others can come in and try to get some equipment while we do that first round.
Brother Echo kind of just looks at him and nods and like pulls his crossbow like into his hand or whatever, and gets in like a crouching stance to try to sneak up on him.
All right. So I'm gonna show you guys the map that you're on, and as you guys can see, it will be. I'll kind of link up the sync the view with you guys right now. So it's going to be the one of the first. Now you guys are looking at it from the top. Now see the first two alcoves on the right. You guys were from the second alcove, and then across from that second alcove, see how the bridge goes to this circular room with the table in there? That's basically where these two Drow warriors are. Now you guys have the element of surprise. I'm going to go ahead and drop these guys into the tracker, and I'm going to drop them onto the map. And this is all impromptu. I haven't got anything set up because I wanted to show you how simple and easy it is to get this stuff going. So, who's the first in the door? There's Echo.
Brother Echo
There's
was
Al.
the first in the door.
There's
And I'll be right behind Echo.
There's Kara. There's in fact I need to put Kara's new. There you go. So there's Kara, and I'll get rid of your square token. Very easy to get set up, guys. I mean, this is like super easy to get set up. Alright, so we are ready to go. You guys have the elements of surprise. So if you guys want to go ahead and roll your initiative now, feel free to. The combat tracker will automatically adjust. I've adjusted this encounter a little bit because they have no weapons. So I will probably have another, possibly have another NPC come out. All right, and there are, as you guys enter this post, there's, all kinds of weapons, short swords, daggers, laying, pretty much all around the it's not a very nice and neat and tidy guardhouse, that's for sure. Cups all over the place. Small little fire going on one of the sides of the walls. Alright, so it looks like Brother Echo, you've got high initiative. You can go ahead and go. You'll be first. Let me put there you go. You're up first.
When I come through the door, can I see like a short sword or like a simple melee weapon to my left or my right?
Sure. There's a couple short swords, a couple daggers, absolutely.
I'm gonna come in. When I reach up, does that take my action to reach up and grab a weapon, or is that still considered
It's
a move?
part of your movement. We'll just say it's part of your movement.
Okay, I reach up, I draw a weapon real quick, but I throw the crossbow at Drow number 1, kind of like a dart.
Okay, all right, and there's actually a hand crossbows there too. There's like a couple hand crossbows. I don't know if you're proficient in it. I don't know if that would be something that you would grab as a monk. I don't think you're proficient in that. So
yeah, those are martial ranged weapons, I think.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna throw it like a dart because I can usually throw darts pretty well.
Okay, I'll let you add in your dex, but no proficiency. So in the modifier box, go ahead and let's see, let's do a normal attack with a plus whatever your dex is for a missile.
So plus 3.
That'll be
so
plus
do D20
3.
plus 3.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so your attack is a 16, which is a hit. You actually you threw it ninja style. The bolt lodges into the neck of the Drow. I will go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw, which I made. So I will take some damage. So go ahead and do some damage for the bolt, which I believe it is 1d6 for the bolt. All right. So
It didn't take. I tried to drop it on the Drow one, and it didn't take it.
yeah, because we didn't do any kind of attacks or anything. But if you want to do it on the tracker, you would just we'll just go ahead and apply 2 wounds. I just basically drag the 2 up to the wound. Now also we'll add in. Don't forget to add in your modifier as well, which would be what, +3. So you'll
Oh yes, my
do a
dexterity
total
would be +3.
do a total of 5. So. All right. It appears to actually has really kind of stunned them and taken them off guard. So let's go to Kara. You are up now. Now remember, you guys, once you guys get out of this this area, this slave pen that you're in, these arcanic runes are, these anti-magic arcanic runes are not anywhere. So if you, whatever spells that you had prepared, as long as it doesn't take any kind of material component, you could go ahead and use them. I'll go ahead and let you use them.
Hey David, you gonna add that 3 more onto that first Drow? Since
I
forgot to add it?
already did. He's already wounded. I already got it.
Okay,
You
so
guys
when
can
I,
open up the turn tracker too. You can just hit the cross swords up top. So sorry about that, Kara.
So when I can use magic now or when I go inside.
Once you get up onto that bridge, you'll be out of the range of those arcanic runes, those anti-shield runes, and then anybody would be able to use magic. Sure.
Okay.
Zeneca,
I
thanks for the
think
follow.
the best way for Kira to handle this is to actually hold until someone is standing next to them. She can do that, right?
Well, you have your attack is
Or
going to
is
be
it-
an advantage anyway. So remember,
Yeah.
everybody's attacks are going to be an advantage. And sorry about that, Eco, but you should have rolled advantage. But which is well, why don't you go ahead and just roll one more 20 plus 3 anyway, just in case you hit a crit. So we'll kind of go back to you, brother Eco. But as for you, Kara, you probably want to take advantage of it because you have advantage. You have the element of surprise, so you're going to get advantage anyway. So, but it's up to you. If you want to hold, you can. But at the end of the round,
No, but-
you'll lose your advantage.
Yeah. So she'll go in then. If that's 4. Was there any range kind of weapons there?
There is on the
Except
table.
crossbow.
Sure, there's a hand crossbow, but that's about it. There's, like I said, a couple short swords, a couple daggers on the table.
Okay. Well, she can't use the crossbows. I don't think. So it's probably best for her to take like a sword and a dagger.
Okay, I'll let you take one weapon, and then I'll let you
Okay.
do a punch with your offhand action. You can at least do an unarmed strike. Because you
Okay,
can only really
so-
pull. You can only, as part of your movement, you can really only pull out one thing. So we'll say that you can engage that guy. Sure, absolutely. And what weapon do you normally use? Your weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice is rapier or longbow.
Okay.
But
Well, you have a dagger if you want to use a. Let's see. If you want to use a dagger or a short sword, there's like a couple daggers and a couple short swords on there. It's up to you. Whatever you want to use. I would
I think she'll
probably
pull
say.
a short sword.
Okay, are you proficient in short sword? I think you are as a for your
Yes.
class. All right.
I am. So I can get up to both of them, or like.
You can get one weapon. You can pull one weapon. If you want a short sword or a dagger, you can
But I
have
mean, like
one or the other.
Drows. I need to get closer. I'm
Yes, you
guessing.
can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you have plenty of movement. So each square is.
So I can just move
5
up to
feet.
them and
Yep, you have 30 feet
try
movement.
something.
So you've moved 20 feet. That would be 25. That would be 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And
Um,
if you hit, you're going to get sneak attack anyway because you have advantage.
So let's see how you did this. How should I attack? I don't have a short sword in my inventory.
That's why I was saying it would probably been easier to pull a dagger out for you, but you can go ahead and just use your dagger attack because it's pretty much the same thing with finesse.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
So just use your dagger attack, and that would be good. And then for damage, we'll have to do a different roll, so because the short sword is 1d6, I believe.
Yeah, short sword's
All right, so yeah, and whenever you go ahead and roll that again, just to make sure you don't get a crit. Whenever you guys have advantage, and when I tell you guys have advantage, on the bottom left-hand corner, by the modifier box, there's a button that says ADV. That means advantage. Now, when you click that and then roll, it'll roll twice for you. So, seeing that you've rolled twice manually, both great hits. So the short sword will hit. Which one did you attack? Just hit now on the map.
The one.
Hold down Control and click the token you want to attack, and it'll target that token. So perfect. There you go. So you attacked Drow number 2. Your attack with the short sword that you pulled off the table hit. So now you can go ahead and do a roll, which you're put in the modifier box down below. You will do 1d6 plus 3. So you'll put 3 in the modifier box down there and just pick up a 6-sided and drop it on Drow number 2 in the combat tracker. And it will automatically apply the damage to Drow number 2.
I'm sorry. In the modify?
Yeah, bottom left-hand corner, there's the modifier
Yeah.
box. It says 0. Just click on it and type 3 in there. And it'll put a 3 in there. And then pick up the whatever color your dice are. Just pick up the 6-sided and take it and drop it right on Drow number 2 that's in the combat tracker. And to open the combat tracker, you top right-hand corner, there's the cross swords. You want to make sure that the combat tracker is always open whenever we're in combat. That's your best friend in Fantasy Grounds.
It doesn't want me to actually drop it on the Drow in the combat tracker.
Let's see. All right, you put 3 in the modifier box, and then
Yeah.
let's see. It didn't work, did it?
Yeah, it didn't work for me either, Dave. That's why I was saying it
Interesting.
didn't work.
All right. So what did you just go ahead and roll 6, and then we'll just physically add it in there. So total of 4. All right. So he has taken 4 wounds. All right. So also you need to add in your sneak attack damage. So don't forget sneak attack.
Right.
Now your sneak attack. Remember, we talked about you take that little orb that's on your character sheet under actions and drop that on you. So, but you're right now your sneak attack I believe is what 1d6 right now. So just add in another 6. Okay, so you'll add
Like
in
that.
another 4. So very nice. 8 damage on him. Let's go to Edith. You're up.
Yeah. Trying to get the line in for movement. Wasn't wanting me to. Don't like that. This was working for me last time we were on here, wasn't it?
You can get 30 feet. You can get up here if you want to engage.
No,
you
I
can
can't.
get to
I have
30.
a speed of 25.
Oh, you got a 25? Then you can only get
Yeah,
to
but
right here
four.
then. All right.
Mhm.